Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear teacher, classmates, and those who are watching this video in this moment. I am Eduardo Riascos. I am from Buenaventura. Well, and this is the course of Foreign Language and Acquisition and Learning. We are in the phase number 5, and well, today I welcome to a reflection, like a monologue and reflections, okay? And the topics are poster presentation and answers to guiding questions, okay? Welcome. Well, the purpose of this poster is to present a project called the Fluency Procedure, Building Speaking Confidence at A2 level. Well, the main objective is to overcome anxiety and improve the oral communication of the students, okay? Well, I propose a series of daily speaking activities designed to make classes more interactive and student-centered, which is the most important, okay? Well, such as introducing themselves. The students will introduce themselves. They will ask and answer questions and describe people and objects, okay? The project integrates digital tools. That's the main objective, to integrate technology that students have. For example, Padlet, Google Slides, and voice recording applications, along with gamification and all of that, okay? We are going to use a formative and summative assessment approach to ensure that the continuous feedback and progress tracking of our students, okay? Overall, the poster highlights an innovative plan that uses technology and real-life tasks to build confidence and fluency in English speaking. I can introduce myself. This is the name of the first activity. The objective of this activity is that students introduce themselves, and after that they ask contact information. That is the main objective. It is going to be a control activity, okay? Well, the activity number 2 is the Paredón, hot seat, questions and answers. Well, the objective of this activity is that students practice asking and answering personal information questions, okay? One student sits down in front of the class at the beginning or at the end of the class, and then his or her classmates ask him personal information question. For example, where do you live, what is your favorite food, and then he or she has to answer with complete sentences. That is the objective of this activity, okay? Well, make it true for you. It's an activity in which students personalize sentences that the teacher writes on the board. For example, the teacher writes more or less 10 sentences on the board about daily routine. Then students change the information that is about them, that is true for them. After that, the teacher asks them to read their sentences. Activity number 4 is I'd like to know them. I like this activity. I think it is very interesting. Well, the objective is that the students write 5 names of family and friends on the board. Okay, for example, they write Maria on the board, and then he or she starts saying, okay, she's Maria, she is my sister, she is from Buenaventura, she is a student, and she is 20 years old, okay? And they continue doing the same with 5 members, with 5 names that they wrote on the board, okay? It's a good speaking activity. And activity number 5 is things in the classroom. The objective of this activity is that students learn the name of the things they bring to the classroom, okay? They place the teacher places or puts several things on the board, on the table, and then he asks, okay, what's this? And the student says, for example, it's a sharpener, it's a cell phone, it's an eraser, or it's a pencil case, and then they start asking each other, and then after that they can ask, for example, how do you spell it? For example, okay, it's pen, P-E-N, and then they start talking, okay? There's a communication because they start interacting. Okay, now it's time for answering the 4 guiding questions, okay? Question number 1 is this one. What was the most valuable experience from your teaching practice? Well, I would say that the fact that I could read and learn about different theories of foreign language acquisition was valuable, something that I really appreciate, okay? Also, reading and understanding about problem-based learning was available too. Okay. The best part of using this approach, problem-based learning, is seeing how our students take charge of their own learning. Well, instead of the teacher talking all the time, problem-based learning makes the class more focused on the students. They work together, they solve real-life problems, and use thinking skill to learn. Well, this way of learning help them think better and become more independent, okay, and communicate in a meaningful way. That's something that I really like about this. Well, and this is question number 2. How did my view of language acquisition evolve during the course? Well, as a teacher, I changed my way of thinking about learning a language, definitely. Before, I saw this just as giving students information. Now I see it as an active process where students build their knowledge, okay? This is how my view evolved during the course. The question number 3 is this one. Which activity from the Agora posters inspired me the most and why? Well, I would say that the activity was this one, AI Image Description Challenge. Well, I really like this activity because it uses technology in a very fun way to help students learn English. With artificial intelligence images, the students can describe what they see using prepositions and new words. Well, this makes the class more interesting and less stressful for students who feel really shy about speaking. I really like this activity, okay? I think it was very interesting, this one. Well, and this is our final question, question number 4. It says, what do I take away from the Agora event as a future teacher? Well, I would say that seeing future teachers present their final project showed me that the teaching English is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It is about creating interesting and experiences for our students, okay? That's it. Many of the presentations that I saw during this Agora event use real-life contests, technology, and interactive activities, which reminded me that the lessons that we plan should connect to our students' needs and interests. I also learned the value of collaboration, okay, and sharing ideas as teachers, okay. That is something very important. Listening to different approaches help me see that there is no single or perfect method of teaching, okay. We have to collaborate between each other. Those are the most important things that I take away from this Agora event, okay. Well, from my bello Puerto del Mar, mi Buenaventura, goodbye teacher and classmates. See you the next time. Take care.